Good morning everyone, I'm Zach Hudson and I'm the maker of the J-Team cartoons. And for those who don't know anything about the actual J-Team, I made this little documentary to kind of give you an idea of what it's based upon. I am a proud stevedore, which means I work on this boat. And yeah, in this little movie you're going to see what we go through every day and who we're dealing with when we look at the J-Team. I'll talk more about the boat later, but first, let's meet the J-Team. Starting off, you have Jeff. The best way to describe Jeff is, well, pretty much a deer caught in the headlights, all the time. Next, you got my personal favorite, Aldi. Aldi's just a great guy, what can you say? I think that pretty much sums it up. And of course, you have Byron. Well, yeah, that's Byron.
He had to kill him all these years.
The J-Team have their own little clique and are together at all times. But Aldi clearly runs the show. Aldi does all the talking, Jeff translates, and Byron, well, he just grunts in agreement. They even have their own system of hand signals worked out to communicate when they're not close together. See that one? Let's check that out one more time. And of course, with every team, you always have the brains of the operation.
I'm selling this toilet paper. Anybody want to buy any?
This is Reg.
Hi! How are you doing? Anybody want to buy any? What about you? Want to buy some?
I'm good, Rich. Thanks, though.
Yeah, I tell you, cheap.
How much?
Well, let me see now. $1.52, $2.
I don't know.
Reg is the charge hand, which basically means he tells the young fellas what to do.
Okay, maybe someday.
But usually after they get a few boats in, they're the ones bossing Reg around.
I got a copy of the movie for you, actually.
Oh, okay. Where can I rent a place at after she sees us? You don't know?
You're on your own on that one.
I'll find out for you.
I will.
How long do you need?
Okay.
Poor Reggie. Oh well, moving on.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you must have get a film in her, didn't you?
What's that?
Get a film in her?
No.
Well, enough fooling around listening to Reggie. It's time to get to work. Every day we come down these stairs and into the factory deck. And this particular factory deck is on the Phoenix. It's pretty high tech, everything runs very efficient. That's Doug, he's best kind. And yeah, it allows us to move a lot of shrimp. It's also pretty safe. Well, that thing ain't safe. That thing's a piece of shit. Almost killed half of us half the time. Absolutely useless. And speaking of useless,
Brought one up from the...
this is the freezer where we spend most of our time. Don't ask me why Reggie's smashing in bags like that, but it goes on in his head's a mystery anyways. What you're looking at is 380 ton of raw shrimp in 50-pound bags that we have to unload in about 4 days. Not so much time. That's Ray. He hollers a lot. It's his thing. And there's the backbone of the operation right there. Yeah. That's pretty much how the Phoenix is run. Now the setting of the cartoons themselves is the Venture, not the Phoenix at all. And, well, as you can see, it's kind of a piece of shit. I've been working on this boat since the summer of 2006, and it don't take that long to tell that she's not the safest vessel on the water. Half the time she's not even in port because she's out floating broke in the water somewhere or going on dry dock on refit. But for 5 days of every month, this is our home. Pretty much from 7 in the morning till about 11 at night we're here. In a -30 freezer, slinging shrimp. And you can already notice the difference just by the gangplank walking up into the thing. On the Phoenix you got railings and it's right nice and safe. This thing's just got 2 hooks holding it on. Either way, it's time to go to work.
I heard, eh?
That's Wayne referring to how the crane blew up yesterday. But either way, this here's the net room, and this is where you'll find the J team usually on their 9:30 and 3:30 breaks. This here's the warm room. We come out of the freezer, head up here so we don't die. That there's the boot dryer, which actually saves our toes from being amputated. And once again, we're walking down the stairs onto the factory deck so we can get into the freezer. But unlike the Phoenix, there's not so much that sense of safety walking onto this one. Luckily, we have some eye candy to ease our nerves. Before we go down the hole, we usually stand around and come up with a game plan. What is he doing?
What are you chewing on, Rich?
What else?
I don't really know you at all.
What I'm doing it with, I don't know.
How true. That there's the freezer where they keep all the shrimp. It's very cold down there. Looking up, you can see Pete. He's the hatch tender. He's the guy that tells the other guy on the crane, who'd be Todd, where to drop the pallets. Basically, what they do is to bring the pallets down, we load them up with shrimp, hook them up, and tear them out of there. Along with moving the shrimp, there's also other jobs aboard the boat, like doing garbage. Garbage is usually reserved for the new guys and Byron, as you can see here, as him and Popeye tag team it. But it's time to get down the freezer, so let's get headed. Byron shows us here how to properly mount the ladder. Only thing he's mounted in a long time, I think. I work out in the back freezer here. A lot of work gets done down here. Well, usually. Of course, you always have one guy that just likes to stand around. Doesn't really do much. Just kind of stands there.
What you for now? No, Bill, I spoke. Yeah, I figured you did. We're running that time instead of wasn't running.
No fooling Jeff. Now, you don't have to work here to be able to tell Byron wasn't made for this job. Look at the size of him. Way too round and too short. His knees are placed about 6 inches above the ground, and the bag is about the same size as he is. Like, even little things like that crack. That's a ravine to him. No matter what he does, he always has somebody hollering at him. In the freezer, the J team likes to stick together, and well, Jim had to come back to kinda essentially dilute the useless. Wow. Enough of chilling in the cold. Get it? Anyways, break time. Really, you swear the boat was sinking the mad dash the people have on to get off this thing at break time. But we're really just trying to beat Jeff to the ramp so we can get off this thing before it breaks over. Ollie doesn't really rush though. He just kinda takes his time, talks to everyone. I use the term talking loosely. But we're getting off this thing, might as well say hi to the wharf crew.
Fuck yeah!
Boy, worked alone. He's a big fuck yeah.
Give a JT one.
That was just a baby one. The big ones are epic.
Fucking,
Look at those slacks.
awesome. I say.
Way to almost fall off the wharf. Best moment ever. And of course, lunchtime wouldn't be the same without one of Aldi's classic stories. Let's listen in.
There's some bad days on that.
Oh, we did, yeah. Poor old Elsie Horn. Don't you dare talk to that man. Put me off on the road. And he hit a tassel cat. And,
Who said that?
poor old Elsie Horns up here. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
working the plant.
Yeah.
That Tony, yeah. Don't you dare talk to that man. We were off on the road. Yeah. And nothing more.
Classic.
Yeah.
Wendell Hudson too up there.
Well, that does it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed getting a view into what our life is like aboard the boat. And as Jesse wraps this one up, stay tuned for the next episode where Byron will do his anti-smoking campaign and Reggie will tell us about how they used to float houses off of Sable Island. Have a good one.
We running this, let's go. I'm on a boat, I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me, cause I'm sailing.